Hey guys, welcome back. It's your girl Princess Haziel, and the scripture of the day is
Isaiah 7:9 that says, "Unless your faith is firm, I cannot make you stand firm."
which just means if you want to see God work in your life, you have to have faith that He will. I also will be using a voice modifier for the majority of this video. And for some of you guys that don't know, I do sell BRATZ inspired notebooks. The link for it will be in the description box and in the comment section down below.
You smoking on exotic. This shit done got me fried. Then she fuck the bro. Call my homie side. You wipe your nose like snot. Niggas throwing shots. Tell me what I got. Like a pimple, you gon' pop shit. I been wildin'. That's gon' just like Batman, me and bro. We robbin'. You still fuck around, don't fuck around on off shit. Don't even fuck me, then try to fuck me down.
Disclaimer, these are my unpopular statements, not an unpopular opinion. So yeah, if you don't like it, oh well. Anyways, let's hop into the first unpopular statement.
Unpopular statement number 1. If you make excuses about why you don't need a social media break, then you are addicted. Specifically, if you say things like, "Y'all should know that social media isn't real." As a response to someone saying that they're trying to take a break, then you're addicted. Go take a break immediately. And please don't make excuses. Social media is very damaging to the mind in many ways besides just insecurities. Dangerous being vain imaginations. I've literally heard girls say that they don't have to say thank you after you compliment them because they just don't, and because they already know that they're pretty. This has been quite strange to me because in what world do we live in to where people do not have to say thank you after somebody compliments them? Not to mention that this nonsense is coupled by being delusional. Which is why I'm here to tell you, stop being delusional. It literally gets you nowhere. And lastly, social media also encourages the lack of common sense and little to no critical thinking skills. People say that this is only a big deal with the younger generation, but I promise you it is not. I just find it crazy that the mind of the people that you speak to changes because they get dumber over time, like due to social media. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that. People are not as smart as they should be. Which is why I say it's good to take breaks from social media. No, millennials are not old, but when you guys act like you're old just to prove a point, you look old. The biggest example being fashion. I hear so many millennials say that, "Oh my gosh, you were dressing like Ashley Tisdale when we were 12. Why? That outfit was never cute. It never was. I'm a Gen Z baby, by the way. And let me just say, not once did I ever think Ashley Tisdale's red carpet outfits were cute. Even when I was 4, I don't know. I was into more Destiny's Child's, Juicy Couture, you know what I'm saying? As a 4-year-old. So some of you guys just didn't have style. It has nothing to do with the fact that 12-year-olds don't dress like you. Yes, some do dress grown. Not saying no names. But that doesn't mean that the kids these days are not allowed to have their own style. I don't know why you guys expect people to dress like how people dressed back in 2008. Literally nobody has dressed like that since 2008. So, let that die. Now let's move on to our third unpopular statement. Will Smith and Jada's relationship. Honestly, I feel like they're doing this all for the media. Even down to the whole August Alsina situation. If you paid attention, you always knew that their relationship was an open relationship. I mean, how many times has Will been in the media for cheating on Jada? Not to mention that I do believe when their relationship is broadcasted in the media, it's a distraction from what's being exposed or from what's about to be exposed in the media. And I want to be clear, this is not me in any shape or form bringing down their relationship. I just want to shed some new light on this, considering the fact that Jada did say back in 2020 that her and Will were in a open relationship. And 4 months after that, the entanglement with August happened. So yeah. Anyways, next unpopular statement. This is going to be extremely unpopular, but I really do believe Simone Biles' husband when he said he did not know who she is. One thing that I've noticed about black men, or men in general, is that they consume different types of content than, their woman or female counterparts do. And I can dig a little deeper into that with another video, but anyways, I know it sounds stupid, but I don't think it's that far-fetched to believe that Simone's husband wouldn't have known who she is. I mean, have you ever gone through a man's following list, or, whoever they follow on their social media accounts? If you have, you would notice that it is significantly different from who you follow in the media and content that you're consuming. This is not me trying to put men and women against each other in any way, but I do think it's important to understand that Simone Biles' achievements were for black women to look up to, not for black men to relate to, if that makes any sense. This is why I also believe when they say the woman carries the culture, it has a lot of truth to it, because if you ever notice when a black man is married to a white woman, the kids come out and act a little bit more white, versus when you see a black mother married to a white man, the kids come out a little bit more cultured, if that makes sense. And this can be applied to other races as well, which is why children that usually have a black father, but they have a Puerto Rican mom or an Asian mom, they will more so think that their mother's side is more special than their father's side when it comes to that culture. Number 5. I definitely think the black community in all communities should stop listening to podcasts that fuel drama and hatred amongst their communities. Like, why do we keep funding these people? Who is paying these people's bills to keep them, relevant? And that's really much it about that opinion. I'm not going to dig too deep about that, but I just wanted to put that in here. Number 6. Black woman luxury is definitely in, and it is here to stay. I actually find it very hilarious that people thought that it would be going anywhere to begin with. But yeah, this is just your reminder that if you are a black woman that wants to live in a luxurious life, aside from working hard, also please understand that you can attain that life. And don't let dusty people tell you that you can't. We work too hard to not enjoy the fruits of our labor. So therefore, we should enjoy and have fun when we can. Now, don't live above your means for, some of you, whoever you are. But yeah, enjoy your life. Number 7, everything is not cringe. I don't know what's wrong with this generation, thinking everything is cringe, every little moment is cringe, but everything is not cringe. Like, you guys are literally gonna kill yourselves worrying about things that do not matter. And trust me, as a person that used to deal with anxiety, I can tell you. For instance, I was watching this lady teach us how to make Instagram content on our Insta stories, and I read the comments down below. One of the comments were from a teenager, and she was saying things like, I want to do this, but my friends will think it's embarrassing. So I decided to respond to her comment. A couple people had already responded to her, but they were being very unrealistic and forgetting the fact that most teenagers do think that things are embarrassing, no matter what kind of generation you're in. So I decided to give a more loving response, right? And remind her that, sometimes the people that think things are cringe really don't go far in life. So you might as well stop being scared and just do it anyways, right? And she responded and told me she wasn't going to read that small paragraph that I typed. When I tell you guys I was lost for words because my paragraph was literally this big, and you mean to tell me you can't read that? So now she's gonna stay stuck in that mindset of thinking that everything is cringe and not changing. But you know what? That's her problem and not mine. So yeah. Anyways, let this be advice to all of you. Don't really care what people think of you in terms of, following your dreams or doing something that you think is cool, because if you keep thinking like that, you're never going to get where you want to be in life. Number 8. You guys do not care about people's health. You care about how they will be accepted. When I tell y'all I stand on business when it comes to making this point, as someone that's trying to lose weight right now, I've not only realized how hard it is, but I also learned how people treat me now versus how they used to treat me when I was smaller.
I tell people all the time, losing weight is not going to equate to you feeling any different until you change your mindset. I really mean that, because I swear what Danica said makes so much sense, and it is true. When I was 420 pounds over 2 years ago, damn near pushing 3 now, when I say the treatment that you get from everybody in the world is so much different, like, everybody has their own personal experiences, but me personally, I feel like, in a way, I'm not saying that people should turn into mean girls, but I understand people that don't know how to heal from shit, why they turn into mean girls when they lose weight. And I say that because the world treats you so different, almost as if you don't exist, you shouldn't belong, and all the rest of that, when you are of a larger size. You get what I'm saying? When you are 420 pounds in the gym trying to just exercise so you can actually walk up a set of steps without losing your breath and all the rest of that, but people are eyeballing you in the gym or making fun of you or taking pictures of you or videos and all the rest of that and thinking it's funny, like nobody ever talks about that part of the experience. But then when I'm now 209 pounds and everybody in the gym wants to talk to me, wants to be my friend, and these are the very same people that would sit there and talk shit about me when all I was trying to do was lose weight and become healthier.
Now, because this hit home for me, I wanted to share a little bit of my experience. Granted, I've never been, 400 or 300 pounds, but I do know what it's like to be bigger. So here it is. When I was maybe 13 to 18, my parents never took me to the hospital to get checked out. Like no checkup or nothing. Keep in mind, you guys, we get free health care because my parents have military benefits. All of a sudden, I do gain a lot of weight over like the pandemic, and my mother is asking me if I have diabetes. Yeah, that's what she asked me, and it just kind of like broke my heart. So I just want people to be mindful for how they treat others, and in no shape or form am I saying it is okay to have an unhealthy lifestyle. Like I said before, I am working on losing the weight. But yeah. Number 9, let black women do what they want with their hair. This is so crazy to me because the way that the natural hair community marketed it, this lie about how black women have to wear their natural hair all the time or they hate it. I just realized how insane that was. Like, who cares? It's not hurting you if somebody's hair is damaged. I don't understand that. Like, how do you be fixated with somebody else's life? Okay? It is not a black woman's job to be the role model that you didn't have growing up just because you didn't like your natural hair. Also, don't think that I didn't peep you natural hair girlies about how y'all spew hatred on other black women that like to wear weave. Stop that. It's disgusting. Especially the girlies that have long hair. It's like you guys have gotten so used to being the exception to the rule that you feel as if when you see a black woman that looks good and she has her hair done and it's not natural, you have to put her down for it. That's mean girl behavior. Get a life. Number 10. If you have a nice, natural body, you are winning at life. Don't let people on the internet tell you that you're not, okay? Now, don't be arrogant and cocky, but nothing beats looking at the original, which is definitely a flex. And lastly, number 11. Kids need to play outside or sports because it teaches them how to build their character. Like, children these days are way too sensitive because they don't go outside and play. Like, when's the last time any of your younger siblings or children, because some of you guys are watching me, you have children, right? When's the last time they've gotten a scrape on the knee? You know? And every time that usually happens, parents will start freaking out, like as if we didn't get hurt worse. And this is the reason why many of your kids are sore losers. And they be looking exactly like this. When they don't win, when they don't get their way, when things go wrong, because they're not used to being in an environment that gives them tough love. And as a parent these days, you can only give your child so much, considering the fact that most of you don't even believe in tough love. How do you expect your children to grow? And the gag is, your children won't, and every other generation will keep complaining about the next generation until somebody finally decides to fix it.
Okay guys, that was it for this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. And yeah, see you next time.